Welcome everyone to Arts, Cuss, and Everything in Between. I am your host, Eileen, aka Eileen Little Crafter, and anything that can be found on this podcast or the Little Crafter Show can be found on my website, EileenLittleCrafter.com. So tonight we're finally getting into Night of Champions, and I'm so happy to be joined in my co-host of Life, David, my hubby. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, so how do you like the Night of Champions? I was kind of disappointed. So what did you think of the whole thing?
I was kind of bored. Wrestling isn't what it used to be.
And
it's become so predictable.
Predictable? Oh boy. That's not good.
Not that it wasn't to begin with.
True that. I mean, they are technically
You always technically know who's going to win, who's not going to win, who's going to get screwed, and all that nonsense.
Hey, none of that. Anyways. No snowballing here. Alrighty, so guys, the only match that we did not watch,
was the kickoff.
Was the kickoff, but apparently I did know that Stardust and the Ascension...
They
won, and they fought against Neville and Lucha Dragons. Now, I'm really digging Neville. I think that, in all honesty, I think that I'm hoping and praying he doesn't become another Drew McIntyre. Because
McMahon hasn't come out and said, "Oh, he's the future." So
true. Which was very sad, and yeah. So we all know how that went. Drew McIntyre no longer in the WWE. Okay, so second match of the night, which was
actually the first match when Champion started was I forgot.
I have the results right here.
Oh, you found it faster than me. Good.
I was about to say, so-called the second match was Kevin Owens and Ryback.
Oh, that match was just fine. No cheaters.
No. Kevin Owens raked Ryback's eyes. I
know what?
it.
That doesn't affect you kicking out. Come on. That's nonsense.
Whatever. I still think that it was a snowball job, and I do not appreciate Kevin Owens. I can't stand the guy, and no, I don't.
That means he's doing his job.
Well, not only that, but honestly, yes, I know that he's gotten 15 years under his belt, but not in WWE terms, and now he's in the main event, and I feel that he needs to be put back down. He doesn't need to be fighting for a championship.
He beat your boy John Cena.
I don't know why they even put him in a match with Cena to begin with.
He's beating Cesaro.
Okay, fine.
Cesaro's not a nobody.
No, but I think that even Cesaro...
He beat Ryback.
Okay, wait. Even Cesaro should have been fighting for the belt because I think Cesaro deserves it more than him. Or even Ziggler.
People like Owens more than Cesaro.
Like I said, I don't agree with that, but hey, it is
Cesaro
what it
has
is.
an accent, so every time he talks, nobody understands what he's talking about.
Are you serious?
Somewhat.
Don't sound racist.
I'm not sounding racist. I'm just saying his accent sometimes.
Really? No, I do not think that he has an accent. And I don't think that he has... Now, here's the most stupidest match of the night, moving right along.
Oh. Moving along.
Yes.
Go ahead, move along. What's the next match?
Moving along is Dolph Ziggler and Rusev. And with Summer Rae.
Why was that even on Night of Champions?
I have no idea.
Just like the whole Neville and nothing. It's supposed to be Night of Champions. This is where the champions are fighting.
Well, there's only 3 belts, right? Wait.
There's the U.S. title.
Uh-huh.
There's the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
Tag team. The Divas Championship. And the Heavyweight Champion. There's 5 belts.
Okay, so there's only 5 belts. So you have
they can have 5 matches. I mean, I don't need those other filler.
You have to fill in...
Nah, you don't need all that filler. They already waste half the show telling you backstory that they tell you every time they come on. That's what's gotten me so bored out of my mind.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. But in terms of...
Anyway, it was a good match.
Yeah.
And it was really funny when Summer Rae threw her shoe and accidentally hit Rusev and cost him the match. That was hilarious.
I don't know what they're doing with Summer Rae's character. I just think that she's kind of gone downhill. And I was really looking forward to actually seeing Lana in more action.
She hurt herself in her first match. I didn't catch it, but from what I understand, she broke her wrist on her first match. So,
which is really sad. I was looking forward to her.
She has to heal up now.
Yeah, to coming out and doing her thing. I thought it was long overdue.
Summer Rae was wrestling before. They should have kept her wrestling. They should have put her into this whole Divas Revolution crap. And
again, language.
Hey, I'm not using any bad four-letter words that you can't say on TV.
True that, I guess.
And it's not even rated R. It's rated PG-14 or 13.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just think that. So how are they gonna? Now he's after Summer Rae. So what happens when?
Nobody's after Summer Rae.
Oh, so what happened to?
That thing with Ziggler is not that he's after. He's playing. He's using all that to his advantage. That's why he did all that, to get in between them, so Rusev can get jealous and lose his concentration.
And what did you say about if somebody said that to me? That was kind of hilarious.
Oh, break his face. Somebody came out to you and said, "Oh, a rose is just a rose." But then again, sometimes it could be more. I'll punch him in his mouth.
And moving right along. All right, we got the Dudley boys, Devon and Ray Dudley.
Devon, get the tables!
Against the New Day, which consists of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Disqualification, guys. What did you think? That's
getting old.
Yeah, I'm really starting to get tired of the New Day. I
was tired of them the first day they came out.
I actually did like them until
gimmick is stupid.
Until they decided to turn heel, honestly. And really, somebody needs to shove that trombone somewhere. Seriously.
Well, he plays it pretty good. I gotta admit that.
It's annoying.
But they cheated.
I was really excited.
That one was a cheat.
If you say so.
He intentionally got his team disqualified so that they can retain their titles.
Okay, fine.
Nobody gets up from the 3D. But
I still think Owens cheated. That's it. So,
breaking the eyes doesn't affect your shoulder. Come on.
You're disorientated. He's already hurt. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, he was already hurt because Owens put a hurting on him. Anyway, you don't want to talk about Owens no more, so let's talk about this.
Yes, and it was for the Intercontinental Championship. I said it! Woohoo! Last week and I'm sure you listened to that laughing.
I didn't actually catch that part.
Oh.
I didn't catch that you had troubles in saying the word.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, okay, fine. But you're still in the doghouse for not listening.
I listened to the last 2 podcasts.
Oh, boy.
And most of the other ones.
Alrighty, guys. Too much number.
Anyway, the Dudley Boys got screwed.
Well, okay. Yes. And I'm super excited that the Dudleys are back. I really found them very entertaining. I love their,
They gave Xavier Woods some wood, that's for sure. They put him right through the table.
Yeah, they did. That was really cool. And too bad my little guy isn't here because you would love the way he says, "Devon, get the table," with his deep voice. Oh my goodness! I still can't believe he got that voice. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, moving on along to a very interesting match, which you had a lot of trouble with understanding how did she win. It was Charlotte against Nikki Bella, who was at ringside. Ringside was Paige, Becky Lee, who I think her style, I love the way she dresses. Becky Lynch, excuse me. Becky Lynch, sorry about that. I'm always changing people's name. Becky Lynch, and Nikki had her sister Brie and Alicia Fox on her side. So, moving right along. Okay, I have to admit.
Was here, take my title, please.
I I kind of have to sort of agree with you on that because I don't think that she put in enough work.
The fix was in
terms of making you see that
she deserved it.
She deserved it because it was just it was like a fluke that happened.
The first match she had against Nikki when she pinned her sister, and that's how she retained. That match was good.
Yeah, that match.
She put in some work.
Yeah.
But in this match, she took a beating the whole way, and then all of a sudden her leg is good enough to give this other lady the so-called figure eight. I mean, come on.
Okay, possibly, maybe. Sometimes you do things even though you're in pain because you're so ticked off.
I think her father pulled some strings.
Oh, boy.
Ric Flair marched into the office talking about, woo, woo, woo! Triple H, jump on my daughter, woo, woo, woo! That's what I think happened.
Wait, I wish I had a video camera so you guys could see this face. I can't even. Why do I come back from that?
Woo!
Woo! Moving right along. I honestly kind of let me get my train of thought back. Oh, yay. Anyway, I kind of agree with you in the sense that, like for me, if I'm in pain, and I really am trying to get this done, I'll move past it and one last momentum thingamajig, and hopefully it works. Now, in Becky, Charlotte, in Charlotte's case, I honestly don't think that they gave her enough moves in order for her to say, okay, she deserves a belt. And in terms of that, she kind of like got lucky in one particular spot where it opened up, and then all of a sudden she wins. So it was kind of.
If you look at it that way, I guess like they say anything can happen. I mean, look at when Paige won her first title. She just came on the scene onto the main roster saying hello. I forgot what it was, and she pins AJ Lee out of nowhere.
Well,
but that was still a fight. She wasn't taking a beat in the whole. Yeah,
that's the reason why I kind of said, just a little. Something's a little off with that match.
This is what I'm thinking with the rematch. She's gonna get. If she can keep the belt after a rematch, okay, maybe she deserves it. But if not, then...
I thought she was supposed to be fighting Paige.
Champion gets the rematch first, I think.
Oh, okay. So, let's see how that goes. Alright. I can never get tired of these people fighting. I can't stand the music, though. The Wyatt family, which consists of...
it was Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper... And I think it's Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it.
Okay, so
against your boy Roman Reigns.
Against Roman Reigns. He has
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
And the surprise partner was Chris Jericho.
Well, now Roman Reigns is a new nickname in the house. He got the Ooh-ah.
Oh, that's from Desi, yeah.
Yeah, Desi gave him a cute little nickname, which is awesome. He goes, look, puppy, ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the match was going perfectly well. I think that this new person, I can't even... Strowman.
Black Sheep. They call him the Black Sheep.
They call him the Black Sheep. Awesome. Okay, thank you, because I seriously cannot pronounce that. This was a 6-man tag match, which was... let me rephrase whatchamacallit back. So, the match was a single match, and it was for the Divas title. This one was a 6-man tag, nothing involved, just basically a good old-fashioned...
That's kind of like filler, so it was good.
JBL calls it a slobber knocker. It was family against family, and what?
JR is what calls slobber knockers. There's no JR.
No, this guy also calls them slobber knockers. Yeah.
I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he calls them slobber knockers every once in a while, or a good old fashioned hold down, or he calls it a hold down. JBL calls them. He says a lot of different things, but I remember drag out, knockout brawl. Sometimes, and this definitely did give you that. This was a 6-match, and it looked at one point it looked like the good guys were gonna win, And what was up with your boy? Because I know you like Chris Jericho. What was up with your boy tagging himself in when Roman Reigns had that, and he gets knocked out? What the heck?
He probably was like, you know what, you're taking too long, homie. Let me show you how it's done. And it backfired on him. Okay. You know, my boy is 40-some-odd years old. He's almost 50, I think. Like 43, 40. No, okay, he's not almost 50.
You listen to a lot of his podcasts.
Yeah, but I haven't listened to nothing lately. He gets boring.
Oh, boy.
He's always talking about rock music. Since he's a rock star, you know.
Yeah.
That part, I have no attention span for. So I just don't listen. So,
yeah, don't worry about it. If any of these people are ever listening to this little podcast, he probably doesn't even listen to my anime ones.
So, yeah. So, I don't know what his problem was, but maybe that was all part of the thing, too.
Maybe, who knows? But I personally was very disappointed. I really wanted Roman and Dean Ambrose to finally get their revenge on the Wyatt family, because they definitely deserve that. They did. I was actually hoping either for maybe Mark Henry, even at that point, because I know Brock Lesnar had a run-in with the Wyatts. I was kind of hoping for him to even step in. Who else would have been a much better partner? Mark Henry would have been better.
Already.
No, I said Brock Lesnar.
No, you said Mark Henry before that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who their partner would have been. They still would have lost.
What I wanted to say was Randy Orton would have been good.
He was going to be their partner, but he was out because he got attacked by the Wyatt family.
Quote, unquote.
Yes, quote, unquote.
With the air quotations. Okay, so he would have been good. Mark Henry, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar's not going to come tag with nobody. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar.
I'm just saying what would have been a better match, in my opinion. A surprise of the century. Because the way they were building it up, it was supposed to be a good surprise. That wasn't a good surprise. Well, yeah, let me not knock it.
The crowd went nuts. What are you talking about?
It was a good surprise. I even went nuts. I was like, oh yeah, because I do remember the fights between Bray Wyatt and Jericho. So it was, but then he bombed and then had the nerve to think, okay, I'm Mr. Rockstar, and bump into them with an attitude, walking off like a jerk.
Cause where was they? They didn't come save the day.
Oh, now it's up to them to save the day.
Exactly. You know, he had it all in his head. He's big time Mr. Jericho, and he's thinking he's going to put the guy away, and then he realized, oh crap, I can't put this guy away.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have tagged yourself in, douchebag.
Or your boy wasn't going to win anyway.
He was going to. He had him on the ropes.
No.
Oh, please. Oh, please. No. He had him. He had him.
He wipes the floor with himself all the time. Especially when it comes to that black sheep guy.
He had him. He would have been, well, we'll never know because Jericho stepped in. He put his 2 cents in.
I don't have to never know. I know.
Whatever. Alrighty, moving right along to one of the funniest matches of all time, because it was not one but 2 matches Seth Rollins had to have. One of them was for the United States Championship and the Heavyweight Championship. He first fought against Cena, who mopped the floor with him. Go Cena, go Cena, go Cena. So what do you think of that match?
That one was good. It took a little longer than it should, but it was good.
I know, right? It did. It normally... But I have to say, Sanjin has been coming up with some interesting moves as of late. He's been really...
Maybe he's trying to up his repertoire.
I guess so. Really, really interesting. I really...
You don't want to be compared to Roman Reigns. He only got a punch and a spear. That's it.
Yeah, but he still look good doing it, baby.
You look good eating my fist. Chewing that.
Oh, please. When some of the divas come out, I know he be drooling, but he don't say it, so I bother him on purpose.
I don't drool.
Yeah, you drool.
Never.
You drool. I know you have a thing for Paige. Well, but you said she's kind of a little too white for you. I know you have a thing for Summer Rae a little bit. Who else? was it one of the Bellas? I can't remember which one. I see you. And I think my son has a thing for one of the Bellas too. Oh. Oh, well, actually,
He
now,
likes all the divas. What are you talking about?
True that. My son even likes, what was it? Oh, yeah, what's her name? Oh, the boss. Tyra Banks. No, not Tyra Banks.
Tyra, it's something Banks. Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
He's like, where's the necklace?
The boss.
Necklace.
Her boss necklace, yes. I'm like, slow your roll, little boy. Now, here's a match which I definitely did not think was something that I thought was pliable in this situation. I never thought it should have been made.
Y'all gotta let her know that the guy is an icon.
He may be an icon, but I still think that they need to work in his
See,
character.
See, you're thinking just like they do, because we didn't build him up. He's nobody. Sting is the icon.
Yes, but I still would have liked to see him, just like I say, even with Brock Lesnar. I say it again, and I will stick to my whatchamacallit. I think that in order
Brock Lesnar is all hype.
To get the title, you need to put in the time, not just because you're an icon, but you need to put in the time.
He did put in the time. He put in the work.
For the WWE, he only did one match throughout the whole year, and then the Night of Champions come.
So what?
Half a year, and now.
So what?
Ah, please.
He's the icon. He's beaten practically everybody on the roster at one time or another.
Oh, wait. Before I mention anything, John Cena did win the U.S. Championship back, so excited for that.
That was a given, too.
That wasn't a given.
That was a given.
That was not a given.
They're not going to have Seth Rollins running around with both belts. Come on. That's only for a little while. That's not going to be forever. Come on. I don't think so.
That was not a given. I honestly thought that they would have...
That was a given. John Cena loses, then he wins. He loses, then he wins. Have you not noticed that pattern? He lost to Kevin Owens, and not even in a great match, he lost to Kevin Owens, and then he comes back and wins. It's a given.
I thought they were going to give him the snowball job again. Maybe I thought possibly he would have retained both of them because everybody was probably going to jump in and save him. But that's just me. That was my thingamajig. But apparently, Mr. Seth Rollins in his heavyweight championship match actually did it the old-fashioned way and actually held his own and won against your legend Sting, who actually had to have doctors come in ringside.
Well, you try wrestling at 50-something years old.
I would not be wrestling at 50-something years old.
Then.
Okay, that's
but
one.
But he still put on a hell of a show.
Yes, he did. He still got it, and the audience definitely let us know. And they were even what? Oh. Anyways. Personally, like I said, I would prefer that you have somebody who is putting in the time. Oh, you know who would have been... wait a minute, never mind. I'm regressing to that match, because I really want to see him wrestle again. I'm actually, because Des has been talking about him, The Rock. I don't know why, I just want
to... see, that's somebody that you didn't have no problem with when he came back, won the title, right?
Actually, I did. Actually, I did. I would have preferred to see more of him because he won the belt and then he lost the belt as quick as that. So basically, I would have loved to have seen him even more and probably even put in more time. I mean, look what happened to Batista. All of a sudden, after the so-called big movie not plopped, but basically came out, all of a sudden he comes in and he gets the title shot but doesn't win the belt, and then the next thing you know, he's gone.
Yeah.
And
he was getting old too, I think.
According to him. According to some rumors, he was a part of the reason why, CM Punk left.
Oh, yeah, because CM Punk, you want this guy, you want that guy, and not me. CM Punk was a little bit of a crybaby, too.
I would be crybaby, too.
Listen, if I had a cyst on my back, and I thought something was wrong with it, and the doctor's it's telling me, oh, no, you'll be fine here, take this, I will go to another doctor. And I don't go to the doctor.
Yes, I know, but the thing is, it's just that at the same time, I totally understand how he feels. He was under the assumption that they had his back, and they didn't. And so Well,
yes. That was his mistake.
Yes, and then on top of that, he put in the time, he put in the work, and Batista, all he had to do was be a part of a really good movie, and then next thing you know, he's getting title shots only because he's part of.
That's how it works. Listen, I'm not a wrestler, and I know how it works.
It shouldn't work that way.
If you listen to all podcasts with former wrestlers, they tell you how it works.
I know, but I'm telling you, this is my podcast, and this is my opinion, and I feel that it shouldn't work that way.
CM Punk was a crybaby.
He's not a crybaby.
He should have known how the business worked, and he shouldn't expected it to work his way.
Yeah, but the WWE didn't need to give him on his wedding day that he was out.
No, they didn't have to do that.
They did it on purpose.
Probably.
We're not going to agree, so maybe we should just agree to disagree, because we're going to wind up arguing, because everybody's so-called, and not for nothing, crybaby is basically a really, not nice thing to be saying about people.
And why not? If you're going wah over every little thing, you're a crybaby.
There are people that went over every little thing, and that, they have problems and issues, so therefore I am not going to get into that.
That's different. This is a grown man, not a man with problems. He's a grown man going, wah, I didn't get this, I didn't get that.
Well, because he worked really hard for it. Can you blame him?
Then why did he work for the WWE?
Because there's nobody else.
There are other companies. They don't pay as good, but there are other ones. He came up through ECW and all these other, so he knows how the business is. I don't understand how he was expecting anything different. He's not a 6'4", 300-pound giant that, gets respect.
Well,
he's a little guy. He's lucky he got where he got.
See, that's where you're basically sounding like Sheamus, who tried to cash in the Money in the Bank and got rejected by Kane.
You got rejected by Kane, exactly.
That's probably how much taller than him.
Seth Rollins isn't a big guy either.
There you go. So why is Seth Rollins the new face? Oh, you guys don't want to know what he just did. No, we don't do that on this show. Oh my God, I'm hurt you. I'm seriously going to hurt you.
One day we'll start videoing these things when we have a nice studio to film in.
Yeah, we gotta.
You can see all that stuff that she don't want you to see.
I don't know if I want to be filming. We're gonna have to put that stuff on your channel, because I don't put stuff like that on my channel.
Oh, okay, fine.
You're gonna have to.
Fine. It'll be up on my channel that I don't use anymore.
Well, hopefully.
I'll resurrect it.
Hopefully you'll. Well, we gotta clean up the studio. The studio kind of took a life of its own, and it just didn't work out. And then we are having plumbing issues again. I don't know if we're even gonna bother painting it. It's just kind of been cray. So what else?
Oh, Vince, yes, he did win the match.
He did win the match.
Seth Rollins. I gotta give him that.
Yes, I could not believe he didn't cheat. Seriously.
Yeah. I gotta give him that. He won it the old-fashioned way.
Because you don't like him either.
No, Seth Rollins. No. I gotta give him his respect. He won the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sting was probably hurt. He probably. I'm not gonna lie. He probably was carrying Sting a little bit. The Sting is an older wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And why he's wrestling still, I don't know. But he still got it. And the fans love him. And I wouldn't have minded if he walked away with the title. Even if he would lose it the next day or a couple of days later. Just to give Sting a thank you for everything he's done. No, he hasn't been in WWE. But not everybody in the Hall of Fame was in WWE. Some of them were before WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Like NWA and WCCW. And all these other federations. Some of them did end up here, but some of them didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a Hall of Fame for wrestling. It's not.
So do you think
just
that
them.
he will be able? I mean, do you think that they'll induct him anytime soon?
Maybe not anytime soon, but eventually.
I would.
He like I said, like I was telling you that day, they won't call him the Icon because they didn't come up with it, but he is.
They call him the Vigilante.
They call him the Vigilante Sting. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came up. He was.
Yeah, because
when people talk wrestling, it was always like somebody from WWE. Oh, but they ain't Sting. The franchise.
Well, because I was a little confused when I noticed, because I'm not up on Sting per se like my husband is. He's more knowledgeable of
I'm not even that up to it either, but...
You're more knowledgeable than me, let's just say. My thing is, it's just that I was confused. Where is his persona coming from? Is it the Crow, which is basically the vigilante, which everybody knows the story behind the Crow? And if you haven't, you should look it up or watch the movie with the late Brendan Lee, which is the best Crow of all time. And you'll understand the persona. But then I'm kind of wondering where the persona of the Scorpions came from, because it was
that was just
costume.
the beginning. From what I understand, he was just called Sting, and I guess he had that because the Scorpion Deathlock, he associated himself with that.
Okay.
And his face paint in the beginning wasn't all white like that. It was almost like a warrior paint, like the Ultimate Warrior had. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was partners with Ultimate Warrior when they first came out. Warrior ended up going to WWE, and this guy stayed in, I think, what became WCW.
Interesting.
And since he was always in control of his character, basically, he never jumped ship.
Yeah, no, I think...
He was loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
WCW was on the way out, but he's like, no, I'll stay.
No, because I guess he really liked, what they had to offer. It's too bad. I kind of, honestly, it would be nice because it's kind of a little bit boring because it's only one particular one. And the other one, what is the name of the new one?
What?
Not the new one, the one where Hogan was a part of.
Oh, the other wrestling one?
Yeah.
The TNA?
Yeah, the
Total
TNA.
Non-Stop Action?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and I honestly have to say it is just...
I like it. I like it. It's just, it's not as family friendly as WWE wants to be now. To me, TNA is what WWE was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Where everybody's like, oh crap, oh shit, Look what they did. That's what they're doing now, and I think from what I've heard, they treat the wrestlers a little bit better as far as their tours and how much they actually have to work and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think their drug policies might not be as strict as some other ones. That's another reason a lot of guys leave WWE, because of the drug policies. Well,
WWE is basically into a lot of, family oriented activities in different communities, and I think that it's commendable that they do have that, because you would hope that the performers or the athletes.
The athletes can't not call them athletes.
No,
I don't care what you say.
Yeah, the athletes that your child, worships or wish that they can be is someone who is actually living a very clean and healthy lifestyle. I mean, okay,
not
fine.
Not always going to be the case.
It's not always going to be the case, but...
They might not be using illegal drugs, but a lot of them are on painkillers because they're putting their bodies through hell every day.
And hopefully, with that being said, that they will find a way not to be addicted to it and have a healthy lifestyle, so that, they can be able to put on a good performance in the ring, and also, show that you don't need this stuff in order to be a good athlete, because I know that it is something where it needs to be pushed, because some of these drugs, some of them, I'm not going to say which ones, I know everyone has their different opinions about everything, but some of them are more harmful than others, and they need to be stressed so that people can be, and more testing for drugs that people are on the fence about could be, hopefully, because it will be, in the future done. So we shall see what the future holds. But Night of Champions was pretty interesting, kind of boring at times. can't wait to see what happens with upcoming matches. As far as, and interesting enough, they are now having some big huge thing, which kind of just seems to be endorsing just Undertaker and Lesnar, which is called.
Oh, that's their next, what you call it, the Brock, there's Hell Tour or something.
Yeah, that's supposed to be their next big thing. So I don't know if we're gonna do a podcast about it. We may watch it, don't know. But
Hell in the Cell, yeah, I'm gonna watch Hell in the Cell.
You want to do another podcast?
If you want to, I'm gonna watch it. Sure, I paid $10 a month for it. I'm gonna watch it.
I didn't say we're gonna watch it. I don't know if we were gonna do another podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
She's not a Brock Lesnar fan.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not a Brock Lesnar fan.
She doesn't like my client.
That's getting so old. That is getting so old. I really wish. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. So that was our podcast of Night of Champions. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, as always, please leave us some comments or below or on my blog, which is Eileen the Little Crafter. You'll find something on the left-hand side. This is contact me, email me, you know, tweet me. My Twitter and Facebook information is always there. And let us know what you like. Alrighty, guys. Talk to you soon. So, bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you, honey.
Welcome.